The year is 1853, and we are an opera troupe on tour in the Hebrides in winter. We were almost immediately beset with difficulties. First, we woke up to find our train caught in a snowdrift.
As I was saying to Mr. Perkins, there has been some snowfall, as a result of which the train is snowbound for the moment. But fear not, a messenger is on his way to the nearest town for help.
Then our librettos for the new opera we were to perform went missing.
The libretti, the music scores, they are not here.
Oh, they must be. I made sure they were put in the music stool as you instructed.
Let us look again. No, they are patently not there.
Dear me,
Where
dear
could they
me,
be?
where can they have got
couldn't have
to?
just walked off.
They must be here somewhere.
A fervent search began in the morning and continued until noon, but there was nothing to be found. Meanwhile, feelings were running high and resulted in our lead tenor, Giorgio, challenging me to a duel.
Where are they?
Signor Giorgio has climbed up on top of the train. Riccardo followed him to get him down. Giorgio slapped him with his glove, and now he's reciting Shakespeare.
Shakespeare? Oh, I tell. He's gone quite mad. If only people would treat him kinder.
I am surrounded by lunatics! Summon the conductor! Where is he?
Yes, where is the conductor? You, Franco and Johann, go see if you can find him. Tell him what's happened. I must...
What are you going to do?
I must go up to the roof and persuade them to come down.
How did they get up in the first place? Ah, ma foi! Il y a des fous ici!
Giorgio! Dear Giorgio! Do come back down like a good fellow! Come, we can discuss this inside in the warm. I shall say whatever you wish. Only do come back down. It's too perishing cold to stay out here.
Never!
Fallen off the roof! Oh, somebody help him! Let me go!
With Giorgio in mild concussion and still no sign of the messenger with help, I elected to head for the nearest town to fetch a doctor, accompanied by Johann and Franco, leaving Ada to the tender care of Mr. Perkins and Maestro Favreau. We shall be back before you know it.
I fear it will be dark before long.
We're taking lanterns. I confess I have more faith in finding help than I do of the messenger making it back tonight.
You speak very confidently, but remember, we are not familiar with this land.
I spoke to the conductor earlier. He pointed out the direction. We need only keep a straight line over the hill and we shall find a small town. But we must be brisk. Ah, there you are. Ready? Farewell, Ada. We shall return.
Godspeed.
Indeed.
Sir, you mentioned a curse earlier.
Oh, it was a moment's distraction. I meant nothing by it.
You said the curse of the Singing Maid. What does that mean?
Oh, it's an old story. I won't fear your pretty head with it.
Indeed you won't. It takes more than a mere ghost story to fear me. But I am curious. What is the legend to this Singing Maid? Come, I am a singer myself, you know, so you shall satisfy my curiosity.
Aye, well, it'll be no more than an old wives' tale. But the long and the short of it is, a young lass called Mary McKenna used to shepherd the hills around here, and 'tis said she had the fairest voice of any. Then she fell in love with a young man from the lowlands, and all as happy as could be. They were fixed to marry in December, and he went walking to the next town for a licence. But the snow came down real hard, and he never came back. So Mary McKenna went a-looking for him, singing as she went. And they was both found at last, deep in the snow, in one last fateful embrace. And ever since then, when the snow lies close and deep like it does now, there's folk that says you can hear her singing still, and that it means grave peril when you do. The curse of the Singing Maid, they call it. And now I've made you pale and worried and all for naught. 'Tis nothing more than old tales, so it is.
Indeed, you are right. And a very sad one, too.
I heard a woman singing last night, out over the landscape.
So did I. I knew it wasn't a dream.
It's getting darker now, and still no sign of the messenger.
Perhaps it's the Singing Maid who stole the libretto.
And perhaps it's the Singing Maid who is a solitary passenger in disguise.
It is an old story, as the conductor said. All the same, I wish Riccardo had not gone out.
But what if it was the strange solitary gentleman in the next carriage?
How do you mean?
What if it was he who took the librettos?
And left the paper with the word wait on it, and then his reply to the conductor about the snow? Zitti, zitti, cheti, all'opera. It is familiar. I think it means something.
I still say it's a member of some royal family in disguise after a secret marriage.
If it isn't one of us...
My good girl, what on earth for?
It's a new opera, isn't it? By Maestro Verdi, no less. What it might not mean to sell it to another theatre company and so perform it before we do. There's plenty of greedy people about.
What a very distasteful idea. Oh dear, how much brandy has she given him?
Nearly at the crest of the hill. I hope we shall see some lights soon.
There is a clear sky. That is good. See up there, Herr Riccardo, the North Star.
You are a navigator, my friend. Come, lead the way.
We are going good, mein Herr. Only a few more paces and...
Listen, what is that?
What?
Listen.
It is unearthly.
Ja, exquisite.
But who could be out here in this weather singing?
Hello! Hello there!
Let us continue over the hill.
The singing is over here, to the right.
Is anyone there?
My dear Miss Ada, what is the matter?
Listen, can you hear?
Hear what?
Someone singing, out there.
Meanwhile, Giorgio, plied with brandy, his mind afire with the idea of the solitary passenger stealing the librettos, had gone with one or two others to the carriage of the mysterious traveller, a mad plan forming in his mind.
Now I shall shout, Fuoco! On the count of 3, together you shout, Fire! You understand me? Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Fuoco! Fuoco!
Fire!
Fuoco!
Diamine! In manoscritto!
Fuoco!
Sì, arrivo! Un attimo solo!
He's coming out. Stand well back. Let him come out. Then take him by the arms. Ecco qua.
We have him.
No, signore.
Search him. Aha, look at this. Ladro, thief. Avete rubato il nostro libretto.
Che? Rubato? Io? Sono io che l'ha scritto. Impio.
Hey, you? You wrote La Traviata?
Yes, of course I did, you idiot. And because of singers like you, it was a disaster at the opening night. So I have been rewriting it before you can ruin it forever.
What?
Oh, maestro, forgive me. Perdonami. Oh.
What is all this commotion? Ladies, gentlemen, I must ask you to retire to your own carriage. Mr. Green requires solitude in which to work.
Never mind, I have finished.
What does he say?
He says he has finished.
Oh, aye. Then he'll join us for a meal in the dining car. We've decided to serve food there to save the heat.
The conductor invites you to eat with everyone in the main dining carriage. It will be warmer.
Very well. I shall join you there later.
Well, Maestro Verdi, here on this train, and I dare to lay a hand on him.
You weren't to know. Come, let us return to the rehearsal carriage. It is warmer there.
Hello!
Hello!
Hello?
Hello!
Hello? Hello? The singing. It has stopped.
Look! Down there! Lights!
Some are moving toward us as well.
Hello?
Hello!
Hello?
Hello.
Good evening, gentlemen. You'll be from the train, I take it?
Indeed we are, and a welcome sight you make.
Oh, aye. We're bringing the horses and the plough, but it took a while longer than expected. Many are out to helping other folks.
There is another reason for our venturing forth. We need a doctor. One of the singers has some concussion.
There is a doctor with us. He is bringing his horses.
Hi, that's me.
You are lucky, gentlemen, you came this way. There's a bad dip in the land. Had you gone the other way round, we might have lost you for good.
Indeed? Well, it was thanks to the young lady we heard singing earlier.
Singing?
Indeed. Beautiful singing. But she stopped.
Just before we saw you.
Aye, there's some as hear about the moors on nights like these. Oh, come. Let us get to the train and set you free of the snow.
Aye, and you can tell me more about this patient of yours. How did he receive his concussion?
Well, it was like this. He climbed up onto the roof.
You allowed Signor Giorgio to wander the train under the influence of brandy and concussion? I thought you were looking after him.
I couldn't stop him. Besides, he seemed so sure of it all.
Ah, well, we must simply work hard at dinner to placate the maestro. I am sure we will have plenty to do with the new libretto. I wonder what changes he has made.
Hello! Hello there! Hello! Hello there!
Hello!
Oh, can it be? Are they...
Ladies and gentlemen, help is here at last.
Riccardo?
Here! I am here. And we have food as well. Come, take this and this.
A banquet. Fit for a king.
Come, let us set the table, and we have a special guest this evening.
Indeed?
The conductor has gone to fetch him.
Our mystery fellow traveler is to make an appearance then.
Yes, but wait until you see who it is.
My dear, the suspense will surely be too much for me. Who?
Oh, I believe he is arriving now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long and wearisome day filled with travails and excursions of no small account. Yet we have come through it all together safely, and even as I speak, the snow is being cleared. We have been given food, drink, and are now privileged to be in the company of a very special person indeed, a wizard of modern harmonies, and the composer of our latest opera, La Traviata, Il Signore Giuseppe Verdi.
I thank you, my, dare I say, friends. You shall give this work its next hearing in the wild northern slope of this land, far away from the critics of the so-called fashionable ears and tastes, so-called modern people, who yet wish to listen to the past and not look at the present. Far away from such people, you shall perform it in its new form. The fallen woman, or La Traviata, shall rise again. I have been working on its imperfections, And once I knew you will all be on the board of the Duke's train, I made sure to come to the rehearsal carriage and remove the libretto so you would not continue to study its imperfections. I left a note, which I believe you understood. Aspetta, wait. I asked you to wait while I finished reworking it. I also wrote another note in reply to your conductor.
Zitti,
zitti, chetti, all'opera.
I knew I had heard those before. It's from Rigoletto, isn't it?
Quietly, stealthy to work. I was close to the end. And today, I finished. You will see some changes, most particularly in the second and third act. I believe these changes shall rescue my work from the oblivion of the future. But now I need you to give it off your best. I trust in you. My life, my art, rests with you. Salute!
Salute!
Shall I, my dear?
Yes, tell them.
My friends, amid so much excitement and jubilation, it seems the right moment to share our own news with you. And it is this. After many pleasant moments shared on stage, Miss Ada Rosselli has elected to share many more pleasant moments with me off stage. In short, she did me the honor this week of becoming Mrs. Guelphy. We are man and wife.
Oh, bravo! Allah!
My dear friends, my beloved Miss Ada, no, I must call you now Mrs. Guelphy. Forgive me my importunities, but believe me when I say my devotion to you both remains unaltered. Riccardo, my brother in music, Ada, my sister. I must tell you, I, who have suffered a madness of the mind, have been brought back to my sanity by the gentle ministrations of one who has become more than a friend to me, and who I hope will honor me in time by becoming my wife. I give you Miss Marie Delphine.
Oh,
what is it?
My friends, the last of the snow has been cleared. We are free. We are moving towards the future. Our next adventure awaits. A triumph! A veritable triumph! My dears, my songbird!
Well, and were you able to make those rearrangements after all?
By the wondrous power of the telegram, I think so. That is, if you can bear the comfort and luxury of honeymooning in a grand suite overlooking the sea.
Oh, I think I shall manage that very well indeed, mio caro.